It's the Ask RIA Show, coming to you live with life, love, and the supernatural. From the real lifestyle of the rich and famous to the Cupid of love or the untold stories of supernatural. Get it all right here on the Ask RIA Show. Now, here's RIA.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl RIA for the week of love. Okay, I have some real interesting conversations and subjects to talk about today. Starting with, we're going to be talking about marriage and relationships and divorces and all that good stuff. And remember, we're live, so if you have any comments, feel free to comment anytime you want to on Facebook. And don't forget to, leave a subscription on YouTube or, do what you do. Leave some comments. If you want to call in, please feel free to call in at 229-389-8304 and, tell us what you think. We're starting off with love is the top list for Americans to say is a good reason for getting married. Love. 71% says that it's important for men to be financially stable in order for them to be considered good husbands or wives. And 32% of that said the same about women, to make them good wives. Did I just say wives or husbands? I meant 72 for men to be husbands and 32 for women to be wives. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, they're saying that men are most likely to remarry than women. Why is that? Why are men more likely to remarry than women? In my opinion, we're going to talk about trust, honesty, loyalty, dedication, determination, and dependability. Let's first talk about trust. Come on, ladies. Trust. Really? Do we really trust these men these days? I mean, come on. How often does a man say, I love you, and he can go out and, look at another woman, pick up another woman, take his ring off, act like he's not married, act like he's a single man. The thing I find the most is that not only do they trust is about, cheating or whatever, but trust, can I trust you with my inner secrets, my things that I only keep between me and God? Do I love you? I will love you enough to trust you, but can I trust you? How many of you have actually dated somebody, male and female, not just women, but male and female? How many of you have actually dated somebody who you just knew you could not trust with your deepest secret? You loved them completely, but you knew you could not trust them with your deepest secret. Well, I feel like if I can't trust you as my friend as well as my lover, then we really don't have anything. I mean, after all, think about it. I've actually dated somebody, a couple of people actually, in the past, that I loved them with all my heart, but I couldn't really trust them with any secrets. And the reason why I couldn't trust them with any secrets was because it was like, you knew if you got into an argument with them, they're going to blab out to their friends or throw it back up in your face. You tell them, look, I used to be an alcoholic. Not me per se. I'm just saying in general. You tell him I used to be an alcoholic and I went to AA and this, that, and the other. And the minute they get into an argument with you, yeah, that's why you used to be a drunk. That's why you did this and that's why you did that. Who wants to be with somebody that the only thing they want to do is throw it back up in your face? How can we trust somebody who we can't trust with our deepest secrets? And if we have to hold on to our secrets, then what is the point of even being in a relationship with somebody for a long-term period? I mean, come on. And let's go to honesty. Oh my gosh. Honesty. Lying first and foremost, about money, about where they've been, about everything. I talked to some guys who actually said the women were lying about hanging out with their girlfriends or going to the club or going to the mall or wherever they go, and they're lying about it when in essence they're out with another guy, da 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 da. But let's talk about the men. Women, when they do things, they tend to get a name. They want to call them hoes and bees and all this kind of stuff. But what do you call a man who does that? When men can look at a woman and say stuff like, if I do it, then it doesn't really matter. That's just what men do. No, 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 no. That should not be permitted by any woman towards a man to say, it's okay if he goes out there and does this and does that. My ex, he actually started cheating with this girl and then had the nerve to say that I like you both. Really? Oh, no, no, no. I don't play seconds, and you shouldn't either. How dare you tell me you like us both after I caught you cheating, and then you want to clarify it and say, I like you both? What would you do if that was your man? I know what I did. I up and left. I was not going to deal with that. I refuse to play seconds. What is it about men that think they can go out and just date anybody they want to and then come back to you as if nothing happened? I mean, my ex even had the audacity to say, if you love me, you would be understanding. Okay, let me get this straight. If I love you, I would be understanding. Okay, so that means in my mind, I'm going to always think, okay, you had your cake and you ate it too. You went out there and you had yours, but I'm supposed to sit here and just take it and keep that thought in my mind, and that is not supposed to bother me. We're supposed to be made like steel, like we can't react, or we're not supposed to react. We're not supposed to say what's on our mind, or we're in the wrong. We're not considered good women. Well, let's move on to loyalty. 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 Can they be loyal? Can you be loyal? What does loyalty mean to you? Can you believe that in this stage, and let's go back to the fact that they said women are most or not likely to remarry again. Was that because he wasn't loyal, or you don't have any faith in loyalty anymore? You think he can or can't be loyal? I think one doesn't work without the other. If you're not honest, you're certainly not loyal, which takes us down to dedicated, determined, and dependable. You can be, if you're not dedicated to the relationship, then you're not going to be determined to make it work or dependable to see it through. How many times have the woman, or in some cases the man, I can only speak from the woman's point of view, but how many times have we as women have been so dedicated to a relationship and gave our all to them, only to find out that we were, or some people would say, too nice to them, or too loving, or gave too much to them? Well, how much do we, or are we supposed to give to them? When, or who told us that we had to hold back? I didn't even realize I had to hold back. I mean, did you know you had to hold back? When is it too much? And then when is it not enough? I want to know. If you guys have any comments, the phone lines are open. 229-389-8304. Because I want to know, how is it that somebody can tell you you loved him too much, or you didn't love him enough? Or when you think everything is going well, and then all of a sudden you find out from a friend, or in my case, the girl who he cheated with, or maybe he was man enough to come and tell you, baby, I made a mistake. Was it truly a mistake? I have old values, and my values are the way I was raised. Men were men. Chivalry was still intact. They knew what chivalry and romance and all that stuff was. They knew how it worked. They knew that, remember back in the day when, I don't think any of us can go back to that time. I can. I don't know if you can or not. But remember back in the day when men used to actually drive to your house and pick you up in front of the door, or meet your parents and then pick you up in front of the door and take you, open your door for you, take you out, have a great time with you, dinner, dancing, or whatever the case may be, come back, maybe chicken peck or kiss on the cheek or the forehead, and leave you with this feeling of, oh my God, I can't wait to see him again. He's so sweet. He's so loving. Where did that go? Now we're stuck with men that are like, oh, I can't come in? So is that all I get? Is a kiss on the cheek? Oh, so you don't want to be touched? Oh, so that's too much for you? Oh, can I come in for a drink? Or whatever the case may be. Always want the sex first. What happened to the old morals? What happened to it? I'm old school. I don't believe in a man wanting to, or even just having sex on a first date, but a man just wanting to come up to you asking you for sex on the first date, or even the first time meeting you, or these movies that you see, I meet somebody in the bar and I'm having sex with them in the next 20 minutes. Come on. Not even to mention the diseases that are out there. But outside of that, where are your morals? Think about it. How many people you know, if not yourself, how many people you know that the minute they meet somebody, they're in the bed with them? I mean, the same day. You spent maybe 5 hours together, maybe 6 hours, and that's good enough for you to say, okay, that doesn't sit well with me. Because where I come from, we weren't raised that way. We were raised where, get to know me. It's one thing to have sex with somebody, but get to know me. You don't even know who I am before you even think about having sex with me or anybody. You don't know who they are. What if the person you decide to have sex with is a maniac? Not sex maniac, but crazy maniac. Somebody who is a stalker, or somebody who, I don't know, who has a lot of drama going on, or just whatever the case may be. How do you not want to know that? I'm a writer. I have a book online. Let me see if it comes up. And it's called The Truth Is. Let me see if it'll take you right to it. Oh, here we go. We'll go back. Here it is. The Truth Is, Time to Make a Change. I hope you guys can see this. It's on Amazon. The Truth Is, Time to Make a Change. It's talking about all kind of relationships. This one is, I know he's cheating. He has his back turned and she's looking at him while he's sleeping. She has her eyes open. He's asleep. Why doesn't he want to touch me anymore? This one is, she's looking at him like, I know you're up to something, but you just won't say it. She's looking at it like, what's wrong with me? Why am I not enough for him? This one is the whisper in the ear for the opposite person who's married but's whispering in somebody else's ear like, I can give you what he can't give you. Or he's not man enough for you. He just can't do the things I could do for you. That's the whisper in the ear. Or either this one, she actually found out that he was cheating and he's trying to talk to her. She's just crying with her back turned saying, how dare you cheat on me after all these years I gave you, and you can cheat on me like that? And this one is the blame game. I would not have cheated if you didn't do this or you didn't do that. Come on, how many times do we play the blame game? You can get this book on Amazon. It's called The Truth Is, Time to Make a Change. And they're only selling it for $2.99. But on the 10th caller today, you get a free copy of the book. So call in, get your copy. Because I want to know, why is it that people in general feel like it's okay to hurt each other? It's okay to cheat on each other. It's okay to deceive each other. What is it? What is the problem here? Why can't we just, I'll take myself for instance. I'm not going to hurt you if I've been hurt. I'm not going to deceive you if I've been deceived. I can't deceive you if I've been deceived. I can't misuse you if I've been misused. I can't mistreat you if I've been mistreated. And that's just the God in me. I can't do that to you. If I'm in a relationship or want to be in a relationship with somebody, what you see is truly what you get. It's not anything hidden behind the scenes or something that's going to come out that you don't know about. And to make sure that that doesn't happen, not just with me, but with anybody, spend the time to get to know the person. My pastor, Bishop Bronner, used to say, um, go through all 4 seasons with somebody before you decide to marry them. All 4 seasons. Because you're going to see something. You're going to see, you want to see them angry. That doesn't mean make them angry, but you want to see them angry. You want to see them happy. You want to see them as a people person. You want to see them a little flirtatious. You want to see them a little when they're drunk and when they're sober. If they're people that go out and, get drink socially, not alcoholic. But you want to see when they're drunk and when they're not. Because some people really show their characters when they're drunk. When they're drunk, somebody gets angry, that anger has always been inside of you. Always been inside of you. So don't say that, oh, the alcohol made me so angry. No, that anger has always been there. If someone gets drunk and they're promiscuous, they've always been that way. It's not something that the alcohol made you do. That's just been that hidden secret of who you really are. If you're a calm person and you're just fun-loving and silly and happy, then that's exactly who you are without the alcohol and who you really are. That calm, silly person is who you are. I'm a tequila person. I love tequila. And I declare when I drink tequila, I call her TT. So when you hear me say TT, it's tequila. So TT and I, when we party, we're happy. We're fun. I love to dance with TT because I'm in my own world. I'm in my own zone. I don't want to dance with nobody on the floor. I want to be by myself. I just want to spin and do my thing, be in my own little atmosphere, picturing nobody else in the room. That's me and TT. Because why? In my real life, I'm a writer. I prefer to be in a room by myself and in my zone because as a writer, that's what I want to be and where I want to be. So I would say if you're going to date somebody that knows what true dating is all about. True dating is not about sex, money, or whatever. True love, true dating is about learning somebody, learning that person and getting to know that person. I would rather know somebody loves me because they got to know me, not because they're trying to get in my pants. It's a difference. I don't want you to love me only because you're trying to get with me and you're not trying to get to know me. And now that little cliche, to know me is to love me. Well, it's true, but if you don't get to know me, how could you say you love me? So many people are so confused about what love is. As a movie producer and book writer, I hate love stories. I absolutely hate love stories. Why? Because for somebody to be able to look somebody in the eyes so sincerely and say, I love you. That's my time of 15 minutes. So I'm going to set it to another 15 minutes because there's other things I want to talk about. And I can't go to commercial because I'm live. Normally I go to commercial at this time. But anyway, I cannot stand somebody to say, I love you so passionately with tears in their eyes and know that they're acting. I train actors, and even in some of my stories, or movies, they have to say, I love you. But for me to watch them, I hate love stories. I hate them with a passion. Anything that deals with romance and movies, I hate watching them because I hate looking at somebody say I love you and they can fake it because these men these days are so good at faking it. How many times do they take your weakness for a romance entry? Meaning that your sorrows, your pain from somebody else rebound, if you will, that friend that you decide to confide in, as you see in movies, happen every day, wants to hug you and console you, at the same time make his way around to your lips and kiss you, and the next thing you know, you're on the couch, and the next morning you're asking yourself, what just happened? Come on, ladies, let's be a little more smarter than that. One of the things I want to say is, why do women have to exploit themselves in order to get the attention? Meaning that you got to get on social media and show how big your butt is, show your cleavage, half naked with hardly anything on. And I've actually seen some that actually spread the legs and spread the cheeks. Why do you do that and yet say that I can't find a good man? How you present yourself is how they're going to see you. If you walk around in the G-string or a two-piece, then that's what they're going to see. That's how they're going to, see you in the end. They may say, oh, yes, you're a lady, you're beautiful. They say that up front, but I guarantee you're not the one they're going to marry. Why do you do that? Why do you feel like you have to lorate yourself just to get a man's attention? And what kind of attention are you really trying to get from that man? Is that what you really want to do? Is that you want him to see your body first? Do you ever want to be married? Do you ever want to do that wonderful relationship, long-term relationship thing? I cannot phantom myself wanting a man who only wants me for my body. Don't get me wrong now. I'm an LA fitness junkie. I keep my body in shape and I keep myself right, but that's not the first thing I want you to notice on me. I want to conversate with you. I want you to know how I think. I want to see if we're on the same business level, personal level, spiritual level, whatever it may be. I want to see what kind of levels we are. Do we click, or are we totally the opposite? Do we not click? I would think you would want somebody who sees you for you. As they said on one of the movies, love you past your pain, but not to just indulge in your body. Why expose your body like that? What serious relationship are you ever going to get where they're never going to look at you like she's a decent woman? They're never going to look at you like that. I don't care what they say out of their mouths. A man cannot respect a woman who shows her body to everybody. He's never going to respect you. He's never going to look at you as the perfect woman for me. The perfect lay for me, yes, but the perfect woman for me, he's never going to respect you in that. In as much, you don't have to walk around like old sea hags and expect that, he's going to want you as well. Why not leave something for the imagination? You can wear your spandex jeans and your nice stilettos and things of that sort. Do your makeup and your hair and your nails and keep yourself looking jazzy. You can do those things and still attract the right kind of guy with the respect for you. You don't have to let it all hang out all at once, because not only are you attracting the man that you're trying to look at, but you're also attracting the other men around. And no man wants a woman that every man is going to go after because she's exposed. Now, don't get me wrong. Men do want to date a woman that other men desire, but not a woman that exposes herself to other men for them to desire her. I mean, come on. If you really, really want to know what love is honesty. Love is loyalty. Love is not just sex. Love happens all day long. I love it when you call me while you're at work. I love it when you're thinking about me and you text me, hey baby, how you doing? I love you. Send hearts behind it. I'm thinking about you. You ran across my mind. Text messages really do make a difference in a relationship, male and female. Just that day of thinking. How do you make love all day long? Making love all day long is communication. Communication is the key to making love all day long. I would prefer a man that can text me call me, walk in the house, and I be the first thing that he wants to go to. As far as, I don't care where I am in the house, come find me. Grab me from behind, hug me from behind, kiss the back of my neck, tell me you love me, tell me I'm thinking about you. Cutesy, cutesy little comments of fun loving, I can't wait to get you this, or, whatever the case may be. But that's your man. Keep a relationship strong by always doing the things, the little things. Don't ever let those die. Men, come on. I'm sure somewhere, even if you weren't raised that way, somewhere, somehow, you have to know that the cute little cutesy things are what really grab the heart and the hearts of women. We like the little things. It's not always the big things. We like the big things, but it's the little things at the end of the night. At the end of the night, I want you to spoon me. I want you to hold me. I want you to just, if you don't say anything, if you just hold me until I fall asleep. You can turn over then if you like sleeping on the other side. But hold me until I fall asleep. Just lay there with me sometimes and talk to me. It doesn't always have to be about sex. And just talk to me. Women love the attention of their man. Understand how she feels about you. Know what your touch means to her. If she loves you, she loves your touch. If she desires you, she loves your presence. And if she prays about you, she never wants you to leave. Know who you have. Know what you mean to her. And ladies, stop nitpicking to your man. Choose your battles. If it's something you're used to fussing about, do something different. If you and your man are not talking right now and you really love him, then do what he does not expect of you to do. If you didn't cook, cook. If you can't cook, learn to cook. Because your efforts, or even learning and trying to cook, will be a lot of points for him. If you never thought about, doing something, if you can't cook, take him out to dinner. But doing something romantic, not just take him to dinner, but have this is something I used to do. When I said romance, I would have a limo that comes up to the house, and we'd stay together, that comes up to the house, and I wasn't there. And I have the limo driver tell him, actually I have a box, that gift wrap box. And when he opens it, it's a suit, not a tuxedo, but it's a suit that I want him to wear, the cologne that I want him to wear, and a hat, if necessary, that I want him to wear with the match the outfit. And he has no idea what's going on. And all the guy tells him is that she said to put this on, or the note says, put this on. And then the limo comes up, and then comes back, and then he gets in a limo. Where are we going? He can't tell them anything. They take him to a restaurant, which I actually bought that day, for that day, the absence of of everybody. Nobody's there. And they escort him upstairs, and he's sitting at the table, this beautifully decorated table with a bunch of food and this, that, and the other. And then they have a violin player, beautiful female violin players that come in, and they're playing the violin. And I come out there in a mink coat, and then as they start playing our favorite song, I just drop the mink coat, completely naked, in a restaurant, all by ourselves. That was romantic for him. So get creative with it. Be his everything. Men get tired of women because they stop being who they were from the beginning. If he loved what he saw in the beginning, that's what he wants from you. He didn't expect you to change. He doesn't want you to change. But then when you start changing, you stop being that beautiful person, you start gaining weight and you used to be in the gym, you start, nagging about everything when you didn't before, you stop cleaning, you just got sloppy, you just stopped doing the stuff you used to do. Men, women want the same. They want you the way they found you. I fell in love with you because of thus and so. And the reason I fell in love with you was because of who you were, not who you're trying to be now. If you wore slacks with holes in them and I chose to love you for what you wore and you were a manager at McDonald's, then I don't expect you. I expect you to raise up, if that's your wish. If you want to stay a manager and go to general manager and raise from there, that's fine. If you want to do whatever. How I found you is how I want you. We grow together. I want the best of you. And the best of you is what I saw. I don't want you to sit around as well and get fat or start smoking if you weren't smoking or start drinking heavily if you weren't drinking heavily. And also I want the communication. Sit down and talk to each other about what is it? Where did we go wrong? Think about, reminisce on where you were, where you met each other. When you met each other, wherever you were, reminisce on that and think about it. Where did we go wrong? And if you can figure out where you went wrong, you can figure out where you can go right. So, this concludes our week of love. I just wanted to talk to you today about love because it's so misunderstood about what true love is. And if you do love somebody, you're in a relationship with somebody, and you still love that person and want it to work, but it doesn't seem like it's going the way you want it to go, or you feel like he or she is about to step out the door, take that moment to get a piece of paper and give her one and a pencil or pen and write down 10 things that you loved, absolutely loved about each other from the beginning. And then swap papers with each other and see what things have changed that you loved so much. And if you feel a brush of love that comes across your heart from a reminisce of something you two have done together, then there is hope and still a lot of love yet to be explored in you both. Until next time, keep it real, keep it positive, and please, keep it real positive.